This week in game dev, some cleanup. My original plan was to work on the demo level, but after finding a major bug, I decided to work on a few other small things. First was the bug. Basically, when you press the W key while on the floor, you walk forwards. But since you could theoretically reach higher speeds, I would just lerp your speed towards the maximum walking speed. But this wasn't supposed to happen mid-air, since you are quite likely to reach higher speeds when you sling around. But pressing a button shouldn't slow you down in those cases. So I just used the higher speed value between the input and the current speed. But half of the time you're moving in a negative direction, like when you're moving forwards, which is along the negative z-axis. This is also why the climb checks were kind of awkward, since you were basically unable to gain any forward momentum. Anyway, I fixed that, and then I added a bit of extra UI in form of a pause menu, death and victory screen, and the level select. This one is obviously not polished yet. I kind of want to add the demo level in the background, maybe turn the camera slowly, but for that I would actually have to do the level design. But here you might be able to see what I meant by the speedrunner type game, as I've described this game before. Every level is supposed to have different courses, which dictate how many of the targets you'll have to destroy. For now I just decided to have a mode for all, one for half, and one for 1/4 of all the targets inside the level. And if I manage to design interesting levels, then the fastest routes for each of those will look quite different. Talking about level design, I needed a way to keep the player inside a predefined area. My original plan was to create a map with all the ruins inside a cave, since that would probably make this level limit seem quite organic. But while looking at inspiration, I remembered a game dev clip I saw quite some time ago, where the map was some sort of castle atop some water. So I scrapped the cave idea and began planning, but after adding basic swimming and diving mechanics, I realized that when I allow the player to swim, they can just slowly swim far away. So in the end, I will probably just have to add an invisible barrier far away from the playable area. Anyway, this does mean that I actually now have to learn how to model stuff in Godot and Blender. So this is what I'll do next week. And if that works out, I'll actually be able to release the demo on time. So see you next week.